Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Simply Nerdy. I'll be your host today. This is Anthony, and I'm joined today by Steven.
What's up, guys?
And we couldn't help but do a little chat about all the news that's been bumping around the internet today. There's been a lot of juicy tidbits, and I imagine if you've been watching the internet today, you probably know what we're talking about. The rumors with regards to Mario's 35th anniversary this year. So we just wanted to kind of give our thoughts on that. I don't know. I'm trying to maintain my hype resistance here, so I don't just start freaking out. But
hey, the hype is real. The hype is real. Nintendo has been leaking like crazy right now.
Yeah.
With not having all those directs, and now they're leaking stuff from, I guess this was supposedly going to be announced at E3. And I don't know, I'll just let you take it away. Sorry, Anthony.
No, you're good.
Nintendo is leaking stuff.
And you know what? I mean, this is a little bit off topic, but I'm starting to wonder, like, the thought that went through my head is, if I was a large game company and I had a problem with a lot of leaking and there was seemingly no way I could prevent it, then I'd probably actually just start trying to manufacture leaks. I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing something like that. But anyway, that's off topic. Being the one that puts it out there. Anyway, so here's what the scoop is today. So for the 35th anniversary of Mario, all things Mario, the rumor is that Nintendo is going to do, and I'm not quoting exactly here, but the main idea is they're going to remaster most is the word they used, most Mario games. So that's, first of all, a huge undertaking. If they, I guess we have to wonder what it is they mean by Mario game. Does that include all of the Olympics games and the golf and the tennis, or is it just like mainstream Mario? I'm hoping it's just the mainstream stuff. I'm thinking it's just the mainstream Mario stuff. I don't think they'd do all those others. No, and I think they certainly shouldn't be distracted from the mainstream, at least, if they really are planning on doing more than just those. But the source that I'm taking from primarily here is VentureBeat, an article written by Jeff Grubb. Let me just make sure I've got Jeff Grubb, who evidently was part of the. I think he was one of the people who predicted on getting 2 directs this month, and it happened. So, take that for what it's worth. But anyway, that's where I'm pulling this information. Along with just kind of, what we're doing here really is just discussing our thoughts on the smorgasbord of news that we've gotten over the course of today. But anyway, so most Mario games, take that for, interpret that how you will. But that's an exciting thought already. And in the article that Jeff wrote on VentureBeat, he actually provides quite a bit more detail there. So what he says is that there's going to be a he essentially called it Super Mario Allstars 2 type of Mario compilation for the 3D Mario games. And that's actually a comparison that makes me really happy, because Super Mario All-Stars was one of my favorite games as a kid, and I actually was playing it with my wife just the other day. So, when they said that, I was like, "Ooh, I like that idea." So, in the article, he says that it will include Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and I think that's the one I've seen everyone wanting the most. And to be honest, I really want to replay that game, so that one's got me excited. And then the 2 Galaxy games, which are, in my mind, 2 of the best games ever made, much less just Mario games. So that's a solid little piece of juicy tidbits there that I hope is true.
And I'd love to. I think everyone would love to see an HD version of Mario Sunshine and even Mario 64. Like those two are some of the most beloved games in those 3 Mario series. And, well, at least 64. I know there's some controversy, I guess, a little bit on Sunshine, but I loved Sunshine. I loved 64. Being able to play those in HD is going to be a huge deal for me.
Oh yeah, no, me too. And you know the funny thing about
Especially
Sunshine?
So go ahead.
I was going to say the funny thing about Sunshine is I feel like it kind of got the Wind Waker treatment. I feel like there was a lot of people who didn't love it to start because they're like, wow, you know, this water jetpack kind of changes the feel of the platforming in a way that I don't like. And then down the line, now I feel like all I ever hear about is people wanting it and, you know, having fond memories for it. And to be honest, I really enjoyed it the first time I played it. But, you know, I sold it years down the line because I didn't think I would touch it again. And I've regretted that choice basically ever since. And so, you know, I've been kind of getting a hankering to play that again. And so I would say that's probably the one that I'd be most excited for in that compilation if it's actually a thing.
Right. But doesn't the rumor say somewhere about it being a remaster or some kind of they're going to touch it up a bit because... No?
Yeah, I think so. I've never heard it being a straight port. I'm pretty sure all the rumors I've heard have suggested that these are going to be remasters. To what extent, we don't know.
So,
but
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, because Nintendo, when they do a remaster and they touch a game again, like the 3DS game of Ocarina of Time, like, they touched that game up good. Link looked really good. And they kind of update a few of the things, maybe not to the extent of like remaking the entire environments again, but at least touching them up a little bit, make them look a little bit better. Do you think we'll see something like that with Super Mario Sunshine and Mario 64 in those remasters, if this is true?
I think so. I mean, you know, you can't really call a game a remaster if all it is a port on a new system. So I think that we can probably expect, you know, some form of a visual touch-up. You know, I feel like anytime you do a remaster of a game, that's the least that the fans kind of expect is going to be part of the package. So that would be my guess, yeah. But you know, I'm the type of person where I just want everything on the Switch. So even if they're not touched up that much, that's still an exciting idea to me. But I think that, again, you know, like, if the rumors are true, I think that we probably will see some visual improvement. And I guess, you know, temper your expectations on that. Honestly, temper your expectations of this whole thing anyway. It's a series of rumors. Nonetheless, the thing that has me excited is the idea that it's starting to pop up all over the place. Like, this isn't just one of those random rumors that you see on Reddit. You know, this is something that, like, big names in gaming news have started to write articles on. I've seen basically nothing but articles from people like that. So, you know,
it's been popping up everywhere.
Yeah. So, you know, that makes me pretty darn hopeful. But yeah, so that one, the Super Mario All-Stars 2, that's a really fun, exciting idea, and really also kind of tickles my nostalgia bone. So
I just had goosebumps. Sorry. Super
Yeah.
Mario All-Stars 2. That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it does.
Where do I turn in my money?
Well, hopefully they'll tell us that soon. But yeah, no, they definitely know who they're catering to when they do something like that, calling it Super Mario All-Stars 2, if that is, again, even a thing. The other piece of news that I think had me the most excited, alongside a statement that, you know, along with the remasters of old Mario games, that there will be new Mario games to come, the one that has me the most excited is the idea of a Paper Mario game. Now, I believe a few months back we actually had someone saying that there was going to be something like that this year.
Yep.
And now to hear
it's
it
going to be
said
returned
again.
to form. Yep.
Yes.
He said it was going to be returned to form and returned to the classic Mario, and I was happy for those people, and I still am, and I might even give it a shot myself. But yeah, I remember that. We covered that a few months ago, and here it is again, popping up.
Yeah, no, I'm okay, so I was a huge fan of the original Paper Mario, and even more so of Thousand Year Door. I think it deserves its accolades as being considered one of the greatest games made. I'm pretty sure it's a contender in many people's minds of being one of the best games ever made. And I honestly think it deserves those accolades to a large degree, just because it was such a well-made and such a heartfelt game. And the idea that this new Paper Mario would be kind of returning to that same developmental style and outlook, that's exactly what I want to hear, because
it is so exciting. It is so exciting for those fans.
Yeah, no, I was not a fan of the sticker star and color splash approach. I just felt like it really gutted the experience. The charm was still there, but it also felt like it was a bit stillborn, because everything was really pretty, but the game itself wasn't necessarily all that fun, and so it was kind of.
I thought you said it was one of your favorites.
What, color splash? Are you pulling my chain? Crazy. Not even close. I mean, I played it all the way through, but then at the end I was like, why did I do that? And then the very next game I played was Breath of the Wild, and then I was like, wow, forget Color Splash forever.
Forget that game even was made.
Ugh.
Anyway, we're super excited. Those are such good news. And, oh man, I just can't wait. I don't know when they're going to release that announcement, or, if this is even legit in the first place. But if it is, when are they going to announce it now that it's kind of been leaked? Are they going to wait till June when E3 would have been? Are they going to announce it in May or April? Or are they going to wait till, who knows? Because E3's been canceled. We have no idea when these announcements are going to be made.
Right.
When do you think we should expect this? I think they might do some kind of presentation in June, just to kind of tradition. Get their presentations together and just throw up the E3 Direct, and I don't know, around E3, but we'll not call it an E3 Direct. I don't know what they'd call it.
Well,
but hopefully around that time.
Yeah, I honestly, I guess we know that they said that there were, according to the rumor, that there were certain things that they were going to say for E3. But I wonder if that was only for some of the bigger projects, because if you think about it, if this is supposed to be in celebration of Mario's 35th year, then why would they wait till halfway through the year to give us any news of any sort?
Exactly.
I could see them giving trailers earlier on. Now, we don't necessarily know that any of this is actually going to come out this year, even if it is true. But then again, point to the fact that if this is supposed to be a celebration of Mario's 30th year, then 35th. Sorry, did I say 30th last time? 35th year. Then it doesn't really make sense that the celebration wouldn't include any of the things that are celebrating it. For this year. You know what I mean? Anyway, my point is, it seems like for Mario's 35th year, if you're trying to celebrate that, you need to have the things that are celebrating it come out that year. So I'm hoping that if this is all a thing, that we're going to hear more about it sooner rather than later. And it might be, not all at once. It might be that we hear, I don't know, for some of the remasters or the ports, whatever they end up being of some of the older Mario games, maybe they roll those out early on, because those things are ready first. They roll those out to the eShop on on Switch. And then they just kind of ramp up with increasingly exciting news until, who knows, with Paper Mario not even being announced so far, if that's supposed to be part of the celebration this year, then I could see that maybe being a holiday title, which would be a dead ringer if you ask me. At any rate, I could see there, it being kind of, they announce that it's, a celebration of Mario, and that throughout the year they're going to have more information and more exciting news, and then maybe they'll show us some trailers of some of the bigger names, and then kind of roll things out progressively throughout the year. Who knows? Whatever the case, I think what we can safely say is that if this is a real thing, it's an exciting time to be a Nintendo fan. Mario is their bread and butter, and for good reason, and the idea that we'd be getting so much of it is an exciting thought. So, if you can't tell, we're really excited for this. At any rate, let us know your thoughts. Do you think this is a real thing? I mean, with how many news outlets are talking about it, how hopeful are you? And what would you like to see remastered? What one of Mario's past games would you most love to see get a facelift, a beauty treatment, if you will, and brought to the Switch? What would you be most excited for? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll be excited to hear what you think. And let's just all keep our fingers crossed that this is a real thing, because I think the hype train has already started and it's going to be hard to get off. Anyway, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. And until next time, guys, keep it nerdy.
Two dimensions, up on the moon.